everyone, so today we are going to do our third soap in the fall collection. This one is a really good soap. If you are a lover of oatmeal, milk and honey type scents, you are going to love this one because it is of course inspired by bees and honey and just the warmth of those scents. I feel like there's nothing better than an oatmeal, milk and honey soap, so that is what we're going to be creating today. So if you'd like to see how this soap turns out, then please keep watching. Okay everyone, we are going to get started with the Lye Water. I have already added my sodium lactate to it, and I'm going to pour that into my base oils here. I have already added my fragrance oil to the base oils. This is from Nature's Garden. It's oatmeal, milk, and honey. I love this scent a lot. It smells so good. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this with my stick blender until emulsion. So I'm going to split this off about 3 equal portions. It's okay if they're not exact. I'm just going to kind of eyeball these. Okay, and now for the colorants. So I've got 3 different colors I'm working with today. The first color I have here is like this metallic gold. I wonder how metallic it will stay through the cold process, so that's going to be kind of like a little test. This is from TKB Trading and it's called Radiant Gold. So I'm going to take that and we're going to put it in the large pot. That's going to be like our main color. Our second color is kind of a similar color, but this one is like a matte kind of pigment. This one's a little bit more of like an ochre yellow color. This one is from TKB Trading. This one is called Yellow Oxide. So that one can go into this one here. It's just kind of like a deep mustardy yellow kind of color. I really like this type of color for like a honey soap. I feel like it just fits perfectly. All right, and for the third color, we are doing this dark brown color. This one is called Dark Brown Iron Oxide from Jessica Bay Ink. I don't think that company exists anymore. I literally bought that like 10 years ago, but I really like this brown color, so that's what we're gonna be using for this one. Okay, so we're gonna mix up all 3 of these colors so that they are thoroughly incorporated. And I wanna give these all just a really quick stick blend just to get those colors really dispersed. Okay, I got these all to the consistency that I want. So I'm gonna start by doing like a 1-pot swirl. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pour these into the larger one here. And I wanna try something a little bit different. I've been doing a lot of swirls lately. I've just really been liking those. So I wanna like just try a few different techniques and kind of see what each of one does. So we're gonna take this one. I'm gonna pour some into the front here and into the back here. I'm going to save some though, I don't want to use all of it there. And then I'm going to take the darker yellow color here, and I want to kind of do like a concentric circle kind of pour. I don't really know what it's going to look like, but, and of course it's all going to get swirled together when I pour it. Anyway, just going to kind of do something a little bit different and just kind of see what it looks like. So I'm going to take more of that, I'm going to put it in the side, and take more of that brown and put that in the side here. Okay, and then I've got a little bit I will scrape out onto the top of each one, do a little bit more in here. Okay, as always, I'm going to be using my 10 bar mold here. I want to try like the swirling thing I've seen people do before. It works better if you have a Lazy Susan. I don't have one right next to me. This is kind of cool. But anyway, it kind of makes a cool little pattern in here, but we're just going to pour this into here. I'm going to kind of go back and forth. I really like how that turned out last time when I did kind of like a zigzagging type of pour. So I'm just going to work with it and see kind of what it does. Okay, and I think that is pretty much all of the soap I can get in there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I am going to let this set, and while this is sitting, I'm gonna start whipping up the frosting. Okay, everybody, after a strange turn of events, I could not get my piping to set up. This is now the next morning, and it's finally set up enough for me to pipe it. So, yeah, this fragrance oil definitely deaccelerated the trace, and I was trying for hours to get this to set up until I finally just gave up and went to bed. So it's the next morning. I hope I will be able to pipe this now. So let's get started. Got my frosting done. It is a bit taller than I'd like, but I don't want to like really ruin the little peaks of it. And kind of make these maybe curl over just a little bit more. That will kind of bring them a little bit lower. I'm not doing an embed on top, so I really want these peaks to be kind of nice looking. Okay, that helped a little bit. It's still kind of taller than I typically would do, but overall I think that this will work. So now I really wanted to get across the honey theme. So last night I mixed up a gold drizzle. This is just oil and the radiant gold mica. So we're gonna do this drizzle over the top because I really want that honey theme to come across. So I'm gonna use my little pipette tool, just a little one like this, and we're gonna drizzle some of this across the top. Now I do want to do a little bit of glitter, so we will be doing that. Today we're going to be using this color here. It is like a coppery yellow color. This one is called Brass Glitter from TKB Trading. And we are going to dust this across the top. Okay, and finally, my most favorite part is going to be the embeds. And I love how these embeds turned out. I have some honeycomb embeds and I have 2 different bees, so I'm gonna alternate between those. And I made them with like a yellow gold mica, and then I dusted them with gold mica with alcohol just so the gold really like showed up and shined. So I love how these turned out. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the honeycombs here. I'm gonna put these on the left side, and I'm just gonna kind of shove them in on the side there. I really like this design. I have done a oatmeal milk and honey soap before, but oh my gosh, it is day and night difference at the design of this. I mean, obviously the same colors, but just the intricate design that I went with for this time is so much better than the last one, and I'm very, very happy with. Last time I tried to do like a little hexagon for the honey, and then I did like a little coffee bean that was oat colored because I didn't have a oat mold, and it just, I don't know, it looked okay, but it wasn't nearly as pretty as this one. So I'm actually very, very happy with this. The honeycombs kind of took a little bit of time to do because they were part of a larger mold and I had to cut them down individually to get this little shape that I really like, and it definitely took a little bit of time, but it was well worth it because this is looking exactly like I wanted it to. So I've got all the honeycombs in. Now we're gonna do the little bees. So I wanna make sure that these aren't gonna get cut. They are a little long. I wanted to do them flat against it, but now that I'm looking at it, I don't think they're gonna fit. So I'm gonna have to do them sideways, and I'm just gonna stick them in a little. You can still tell it's a bee, but I did kind of want those to be flat against the soap, but I'm too afraid that they're gonna get cut off. So I am just going to alternate between these bees. I wanna be careful with these and push this one in a little bit more because it has wings that stick out a little bit farther. I just wanna be careful and make sure that those aren't gonna break. I really like this design. It's very pretty, and oatmeal milk and honey is such a nice scent. Oh my gosh, it's always a really good one. It's so soothing to the skin. It smells so comforting. So I was definitely overdue for another oatmeal milk and honey soap, and I think that this one has just turned out so beautiful. I am very, very happy with it, and it's so much fun because I love seeing the progress that I've made with all of my soaps. like the one that I did before this one, the original oatmeal with and honey soap, it just doesn't even hold a candle to how pretty this design is. And I love improving and making everything look nicer. Okay, so this is what the soap looks like. We have all of the honeybees on this side and all of the honeycombs here. I hope you can see this. It's kind of an awkward angle. And with the frosting not being as contrasty, it can be a little bit harder to see on camera, but this is absolutely stunning. I'm so happy with it. Even though we had a weird issue with the frosting, it turned out great and I couldn't be happier. So I couldn't be happier. Ha 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 ha. Alright, so I'm gonna let this set for a few days and we will come back and cut these when they are ready. Okay, you guys, I have unmolded the soap. This has been in the mold for probably about a week or so, partially because I didn't have enough time to do anything with it, and partially because this was a really sticky soap. Even when I took it out today, and I made this like a week ago, it was still sticky. I needed to let it air out for an hour or two before I even tried to cut it. So we are going to cut this now. This is so pretty. I'm so happy with it already. Okay, this soap is still super soft. Like my fingers are kind of digging into it. So I'm gonna be very, very careful with this. So I'm going to cut off a little bit off the edge here. And this is what the first little cut looks like. Okay, and here is the first soap. I'm gonna go through and cut all of these and show you what each bar looks like. Alright, and that is the last bar. I have to say, this is definitely one of the softest loaves I have cut in a while. I definitely probably could have let that sit for a few more hours to kind of harden up a little bit, but I am kind of on a time crunch, so I had to get them cut. Alright, you guys, I love this soap. It's even better than what I kind of came up with in my head, and I'm just very, very happy with this one. And I felt like when I looked at it, the name Gilded Honey just really came to mind, and I feel like this is the perfect name for this soap. So if you're interested in purchasing one of these, it will be available on my Etsy shop on November 6th, 12 p.m. noon Central Time. I'll have a link below in the description of where you can get the soap. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and link is below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.